Hey y'all, I'm back with another art magic crafting video, and today we're making a plant keepsake, and I'm just starting out by trying to choose one of these backgrounds for this project. And the frame is going to be, it's the lid from a fruit bowl from a disposable fruit bowl I got at the grocery store. You can even use wrapping paper, but I opted out for this starry background. Traced it out, cut it out. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a gold trimming here. Could leave this background the way it is. It's pretty cute, but I always have to take things a little further. And so I got this idea because I like to put and keep my found plants around my neighborhood in plastic and nice backgrounds like this. So just plants that are around my neighborhood, and you know, that gets you more familiar with the genus loci, which the spirit of the land and what is on this land. Adding some glitter in there as well. I think I did about 2 coats of this glitter paint over that. Oh, that caught the shimmer there. That was pretty good. So now I'm just trying to figure out which way I want this to go. I wanted the stars to show as much as possible. Now this project is a little bit different from the usual plant IDs that I do, because these little bits are the bark and a little tiny bit of the tree that I like to visit sometimes on my walks. And it happens to be in a park, and it's just very peaceful. It's a very large tree. And then I have a ton of these stars, and you'll probably see me use them a lot in a lot of projects because I have so many of them. And honestly, they've lasted for a really long time. So every time I can use them, I take the opportunity. Now I'm just going to add some gems to the stars. It does add a little bit more pizzazz, but also because the little stars have a little hole in the middle, I'm guessing they're obviously to put, you can make bracelets or something like that out of, but I just think they look nice with these little gems in the middle anyway. And those are really iridescent jewels, and they match well with the gold and the green. Now I'm gluing down these corners first. And then I'm going back and adding some filigree. I like doing this a lot. I'm trying to just be ornate. Yeah, I just opted to make this as earthy as possible. I mean, of course, I'm gonna embellish and put a lot of little jewels and stuff like that, but just the green of it is just. It took over for me, and I really liked it. And another thing is that it also reminds me of La Virgen de Guadalupe. Just her cape, her clothing, her robes with the stars and the green. And I very much associate her with Mother Earth. And keeping with that green motif there, I'm going with this metallic green. And typically I would usually color the like put a black base before I put any kind of metallic paint down. But to be honest with you, with these paints where they have like gold flecks in them, I find that once you put them down on a dark surface, you lose the tint, so it does no longer looks green, it just looks all gold. And you know, I don't not like gold, obviously. I use it all the time, but it just wasn't what I was going for. And plus, I really like the iridescence and how shimmery it ended up looking with just painting over the hot glue. But here I'm going in and just putting in a little bit of highlights, just adding in a little bit of dimension to that green just to make it pop a little bit more. Like, I know it's a lot of green, but it was something that was very much on purpose, obviously. And not just because it's just, you know, a plant, but I'll actually show some examples later that, yes, I do use green a lot for the plants, but I mean, it doesn't always have to be that way. Put some glitter on it, of course, because and I just made sure to get glitter in like the nooks and crannies it had. It just ended up looking really interesting, so I went with that. Now I'm going back in and I like to, I guess, burn through the glue there again because I like to have the gems look like inlaid into it. I don't know if that's the right word, but I think it is. Yeah, I don't like it to look like it's just sitting on top of the glue. I like it to look like it's embedded into it. And these are more of those iridescent, like color shifting rhinestones. And like I said, I wish the camera would catch this a lot better, but we do what we can. So there, that's coming along. And then I did the same to the smaller frame. And because I can't leave things as they are, I went back and added even more gems. So these are some little yellow gems to just match with the gold. I just thought it looked nice. I honestly almost went with these brown rhinestones because I thought it matched the bark very well. But ultimately I settled on these little yellow ones. And now I'm even putting some super tiny ones in the inner frame of this. Gosh, hot glues are so handy. I mean, you can't really glue everything, but as far as crafts go, there's pretty much about everything. I'm putting some more of those little stars. And honestly, I was gonna leave it like that, but I couldn't. He was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna put the beads now on the rhinestones on them." And then I said, "No, let's put more stars." Yeah, those are a lot of stars on there, and I really don't regret it. After all, this is gonna go on my wall. So I kind of want it to stand out. Okay, now let's put on these gems. That part. So the inner frame is done, and here we're making the little loop on top to hang it. And then I like to smear the glue onto the ribbon because I think it holds better. Now I'm gonna make some tassels. This is just some green thread here. And you just loop it around. Try and get it all in the same size, the same length. And you gotta cut the ends there. But before I did that, I added one of these ribbons. Some gold within the tassels, and I don't have any gold like thread, so why not? And here's how it works. You just loop it and cut it. Until you're happy with the size. Tie off the top there. And then you tie off the middle of that. Make it even, and there you have a tassel. And then I attached it with some hot glue to the end of this ribbon here. And there we have the two tassels. And then I wanted to put some ribbon around the tassels there. I just thought it would make it look nicer. Some more of those stars. And to be honest with you, I just wanted to add more and more stars. But you gotta know where to stop, I guess. So now I want to put some of those jewels on the tassels as well. So then we get those even, or maybe a little uneven, might be nice too. And then I ended up coloring the back of that because I just didn't like the way the white looked, even though I can't see it. I just want to know that it looks like that. It just feels more complete to me. So that is the finished product. That's what that looks like. Here is my book where I have my plant IDs, just to give you more ideas or an idea of what I'm talking about here. This one is probably one of my favorites. It has those holographic little flowers on it. That's because it's from a doll box, and that's how the doll box looked. these, I split one of those like herb containers that you get at the grocery stores, you know, when you buy your herbs. I just split that and made 2 different plant IDs there, but I think this one has to be my absolute favorite. It's the plant with the information right on it, and this is one of those examples where I said if you ever have 2 pieces of plastic that you want to put together, just use tape. In retrospect, I probably should have shown the back. Some of them have extra paper to put notes, but maybe I'll do a whole look through to that book in another video.